My free gift to you is all 6 steps that are in this video, plus more bonus tips in a downloadable PDF. And you can get that at fempreneurland.com/Mailchimp. So you've probably got a great social media presence, or maybe you're just starting getting active on social media and you're wondering, how do I create calls to action that result in paying clients? Well, the best way to do that is by offering a free gift, either a free video training series, a free downloadable PDF guide, or a free live event. Now, this last one I just mentioned, the free live event, this is what you want to do. People are craving community more now than ever. If you can get a group of 6 to 12 like-minded people who want to achieve something similar that you can help them achieve, if you can get them together on a Zoom call or any sort of video call together and teach them something and get them interacting, you're going to build a relationship with them really quickly, and a really strong relationship with them. Now, what you want to do is you want to send them to your website to actually register for this event or grab the free gift. And I'm going to show you how to do that. So what you want to have happen in Mailchimp is you want a landing page where you can gather a little bit of information from them, and then they can click the submit button. And that's how you get them on your email list. And that's also how you learn a little bit about them, so that you don't just have this name and email address in Mailchimp. You have a little bit of information about them that pertains to the solutions you have available and the problems they're struggling with that led them to you. So then you want them to hit that submit button on that landing page, and this is how they get their free gift. And then you've set up an automated experience. An automated email goes into their inbox as soon as they click submit. That's where the free gift is. That's where maybe the Zoom link is to come to the event. The details in a video and in text is best. And a surprise bonus gift is in that email as well. I've got all of the 6 steps written down with a pencil crayon, and then I spilled some coffee on it. So we're going to go through this. I've made a video like this before, and it's here on YouTube, and it's had a ton of views. The tricky thing with Mailchimp is they keep changing the visual sort of layout of their platform. So it was time for me to create another video. I've also streamlined this process since making the last video, so you are in for a treat. Okay, first thing you want to do is click on the audience button, which I'm not sure what that thing is there, that little symbol they've decided to use for audience. Mailchimp, if you're watching, I don't understand you. Then you want to click this number, which is the number of people you have in your audience. Then you want to click manage contacts and scroll down until you see tags. Now we're going to create a tag, and this tag is going to happen like these new people, or maybe existing people on your list that want your free gift or your free event. They're going to get tagged as soon as they hit the submit button on that specific landing page. It's going to make you look like a friggin' rock star when all these automated things happen while you're walking your dog or having a beer on the patio. Okay, so create a tag. We're going to call this sample 2021. Create. So your sample 2021 tag has been created. That's awesome. Now, also in the audience field, you're going to create the questions that you're going to ask them in the landing page. Now, you'll see I've already got a lot of them here. So you click on settings, you scroll down to audience fields and merge tags. And here in the audience fields section, this is where you build basically like survey questions. I always want to know how they heard about me, and I've got all the options here. That's a drop-down style. I ask them about their business or business idea. I want to know who they serve. I want to know like their niche. I want to know their Instagram and or Facebook handles. This is the radio buttons one. So radio buttons is where they can select one of these options. It's basically like the multiple choice feature if you're a Survey Monkey person. Okay, so now we can add a new field. So we click the add a field button in the bottom right. We select the type of field we're going to add. Again, I love the radio buttons one. That's the one I use the most. So you'll want to use that one the most often. Yeah, okay, let's move on to step number 3. This is where you're actually building the landing page. Now, what we want to do is click the create button if we've never created a landing page before. If we have created landing pages before, then we want to replicate one of our existing landing pages. Let's say you are brand new, you've never built a landing page on Mailchimp before. You're going to go here and click landing page. Again, we're going to call this sample 2021. Oops. And we're going to put it into our audience. Again, you probably only have one audience if you're newer to Mailchimp. And then I love, love, love this bright blue Bandmates lead generation template. This is the one that all of my landing pages are built off of. And of course, I've completely tweaked them and done all sorts of things with them. If you want to see landing pages that I create live and in action, go to fempreneurland.com. Pretty much everything on that homepage that isn't a video is a clickable link to a landing page to sign up for something or to get something. And then that's where you're going to see it. So I, of course, changed the background to my brand color by clicking this and entering my brand color here. I deleted all the stuff below this line here because I don't need any of this. The only thing I need is this top section here. I need text. I need to put an image there and I need a form. And if I delete this image here, as I just did, all I have to do to add another image back is drag that image block up there. So this is where you'll want to put your logo, or even better, the exact same image that they saw either on social media or on the homepage of your website, or both. You want to give them that visual continuity. So if the event has an image that you've created in Canva, which it should, canva.com, then that same image should go in every single step of this process that I'm showing you. The only difference is there might be a little bit of different text on the image. Like, for example, the image might say click here on it when you put it on your website, but it's not going to say that here. It's going to say enter your information below to get the free gift or to get registered for this free event. So then, of course, you can change the text and all the things. Yeah, we're just going to upload an image. What have I done in the past that I could show you? Right here, enter your information below to get your free gifts. So that's a good one to use. So this is an example of what we can have here. So save and close. So basically, and this is a weird thing, again, Mailchimp, I don't know what your deal is, but if you delete this form block, you have to go and start with a new template or a new, replicate a past landing page. There's form blocks available on this side here to drag and drop in, like I just showed you for that text box. But for some reason, there's no more. So if you delete this, you're in trouble. So you want to edit it. And then these are all the things you added in that second step in the merge tags step where you're adding these fields. So you can choose what you want to ask them. I want to know your business name and location. I want to know what your business or business idea is. So now to change the color of this subscribe button and maybe change the word, I'd never have it say subscribe, you guys. I always have it say submit. So then you scroll down on the right here and you say submit. And I don't want it to go to a confirmation message after. I want this to go to my website. And what I do is I build all these sneaky hidden pages. I'm a Squarespace girl. If you need to learn more about Squarespace, subscribe to my channel. I'm going to teach you tons about Squarespace, and I have a few great Squarespace how-to videos here as well. I want it to go to my website. So for example, it's going to be https://. That's fun to say 2 times fast. fempreneurland.com/thank you. Now I have a bunch of these. So they're usually thank you 1, thank you 2, thank you 3. And then, yeah, so that's what you do to build your landing page. So they know why they're here. It's the same image they already saw. They've got a little bit of text here if you want it there. If you delete that text, that's fine too, because you can always add more text by grabbing this text box or the box text. Now, the one thing too, if you're not going to have text over here, which I really don't think you should, because mobile, what's going to happen is they're going to see the image, they're going to see the text, and then they're going to see the form. And that's quite a bit of scrolling. And we don't want to lose people. So what I usually do is I drag this up here. So I grab onto it and I drag it right there so that it's wide. See that? And then that just moves everything else to the bottom, which is cool. So this is kind of what I want. And if the image says enter your information below to get your free gift, so they already know what they need to do. I want their name too, by the way. So first name, last name. So we always want that. And we want to move first name to the top. This is sometimes tricky. It's not listening to me. There we go. First name and last name. There we go. First name, last name, email address. Yes. Okay, cool. So that is how you build a landing page, my friends. Then you go save and close. And again, if you already have landing pages, I'm going to show you how to replicate them. You don't want to be doing this every time. Like, time suck, right? We don't want to do that. But what we do need to do right here is we need to make sure that every time someone comes to this landing page and clicks that submit button, they get tagged, right? So what we need to do is click, see where it says audience and tags? We need to click edit audience, and we need to add the tag that we just created, which is called sample 2021. And we want to click save. You can edit the last little bit of the URL. So again, I would edit that to be, the same as the title. So then you would hit publish, and then you're going to have your link will be live. So this link here is the one that you embed in the button, in the image on your website. They see this free thing first. You don't want to make them click a different tab. You don't want to make them scroll down past all the other crap that you have always living on your homepage. No, you will lose them. So make sure that this free thing is the first thing they see, okay? The other thing you can do is make this link your Instagram link for a time. Maybe you have, a 1-week campaign where you want to funnel as many people as possible from Instagram onto your email list and into this free event or to grab this free gift. So let's see here. Okay, so this is the one we just made. Let's say we want to keep using this one forevermore because we're super thrilled with it and it's great. All you do is click the down arrow, you click replicate, and then it takes you to that landing page. And then what you need to do is make sure that tag gets added like I just showed you. That's a super important step. Okay, so now you've got the tag set up. You need to make sure that there's an automated email that goes to them when they click the submit button.